all of these topics, and sometimes I had my reservations in reference to some of the topics, but you've been able to carry through with all of them since we've started. So let's start off by giving those who might know you some information in reference to you and your background, your education, and some of the things that you've been involved with over the last many, many years. Let's start it from that perspective.
Well, Dr. Haney, I'm a sophomore at the Nashville School of Arts, where my specialty is band and music, and I play trumpet for Pearl Cone's marching band, Pearl Cone High School. And a bit of background about me is that I'm very devoted in the communications and English, which is why this is the perfect thing for me. And I'm heavily involved in my church, John Wesley United Methodist, and I've been on many leadership retreats and all this, which helped build my character so that I can come talk to you. For example, the Junior National Young Leaders Conference in Washington, D.C., or the summer camp for verbally and mathematically precocious youth at Western Kentucky University.
Mm-hmm. And so you've had some experience outside of this show, and you've been able to, I think what you were in, you were in the first grade when you first came to us, and you're now in what, the 9th grade?
I'm in the 10th.
From the
I was about
9th
the
to
second,
the 10th grade, and so you've had quite a bit of experience in terms of your educational experiences over this time, as well as bringing the audience a large number of television shows that you've been on, and not only are you on the television shows, you're also on YouTube, Twitter, the internet. And so you've got a great internet presence. And I say all of that simply to wonder why you decided to talk about the North American Free Trade Agreement between Canada, United States, and Mexico. Give us some information about you in reference to that, and then we'll talk about that this morning.
Well, in selecting a topic for the show, I try to go to real-world issues, and a real-world issue is definitely NAFTA, with President Trump trying to renegotiate and really terminate the NAFTA agreement, and we'll get more into that in the second segment. But it's something that's very prominent in our news today, and I wanted to explain what NAFTA is and what NAFTA does so that people can make their own opinions about it and really be aware of what's going on in today's society.
Now, this is an economic agreement. When did NAFTA come into existence, and what's the origin of this idea? Because I don't know that much in reference to it outside of just really the common facts, but tell about the origin of it. How and why did it come into existence?
On January 1st of 1994, under the Clinton administration, Clinton signed off an agreement, the North American Free Trade Agreement, which commonly known as NAFTA. And NAFTA, the goal of NAFTA was to boost economic integration between the United States, Mexico, and Canada, and boost the economies of these three countries.
And so we're dealing with an organization that had special significance to all three countries and all three of these. And I think you mentioned at one time something about the European Union in reference to it. And so we're going to take our first commercial break within the next few seconds. And then we want you to come back and start talking about the European Union and some of your background information in reference to that. Because I think that this is an exciting topic, but it's a topic that not many young people, and we generally try to select topics that